Beats Planet.
Yeah. What's happening, y'all? Doski Woski. I'm sure at this point the Peasky Wheesky's implied, but that's only if we imply it. Lombardicus Prime up in here. Vegan Voch in the building. Grandiose Voch, sometimes if I, just, what I'm saying? Because I'm kind of feeling myself, The shirts went on sale about a week ago. Caught a couple Facebook images, couple Twitter images, of people supporting the culture. I was blown away, so I feel like grandiose, boisterous Voch today, if y'all don't mind. You know what I mean? Welcome to this old sorry-ass live stream. Yo, Voch, the wife is requesting the Ohio State hatch. All right. So, so I'm feeling kind of grandiose Voch today. You know what I mean? Just whatever. So yeah, welcome to the show. We haven't done one of these in a quasi long minute. I do a lot of live streams, but it's a lot of Cowboys based live streams. But damn, if you look at the Cowboy views that I'm getting. I tell people all the time, this is y'all show. I basically provide the content that y'all want to see put at the table. So if I drop the Darius Leonard video, you know what I mean? Get about 2,000 views or something, you know what I mean? If I drop like a Marcus Davenport video, it may get 3,000 views or something. It ain't getting views when people come to me like, yo, Voch, when we gonna get a Marcus Davenport video? I'm like, it's out. Yo, Voch, when we gonna get a Darius Leonard video? It's out. But when the people say, yo, Voch, can you break down Amari Cooper? And I get like 40,000 views on that in 2 days. I say, what else y'all want? Voch, can we see that Xavier Suafilo? Can we see that Leighton Van Der Esch? And I get 20,000 on both of them. Huh? 10 on the Byron Jones. Huh? You know what I'm saying? This is a supply and demand business. Sorry. Sorry. Now, at the end of the day, no, I'm not a Cowboys channel. I am not. I am a draft film channel. Now, draft film is definitely going to happen. I'm dropping the Nick Bosa video regardless. I'm dropping the Quentin Williams video regardless. They may be slow now, but damn it, when February get here and everybody looking for a Quentin Williams video, mine gonna be right there. Next thing you know, that Quentin Williams video has gone from 2,000 to 40. So I mean, so the draft stuff gonna be there. But when we're not in draft mode, sure, I'm here. What y'all trying to see, you know what I mean? So I take suggestions. Cowboys getting it done. Sorry, y'all. Cowboys getting it done. But we gonna mix in. I mean, and look, to be fair, if you don't like the Cowboys, if you put your Cowboys hate aside, you might learn something. Don Burr says, Voch, the wife wants to see you in a Michigan or So, you know what I mean? So I'm all open for interpretation. You know, this thing is open for whatever gets the traffic, so to speak. I'm willing to comply to whatever traffic y'all want to speak to. You know what I mean? That ain't what I was saying. What I was saying, if you're even if you're not a Cowboys fan, you can still watch the Amari Cooper video and go, damn, I learned that about route running today. I'm not a Cowboys fan, but I learned that about route running today. You know what I mean? Bree in the chat box, hey, best friend. So I'll be in Dallas soon. I'm gonna hit you up. So yeah, I mean, you always got stuff to learn. You know what I mean? So don't feel discouraged if I'm not University of Texas. I don't have a University of Texas hat. The reason I have most of these hats is because fans got tired of me wearing other hats, and I was actually wearing this Michigan hat, and Drew's wife was like, "Nah, fam, we need you to wear to wear this Ohio State hat. We'll send you one." Cool, fine. Anyway, let me set these phones up. I remember Pat, I saw in the chat box when I was gallivanting being funny. Pat asked me, do I have a favorite college team? No, but I'm a fan of scheme. I'm a fan of what works. I'm a fan of the chess match. See, in the league, everybody's good. Everybody good in the league. You know what I mean? So that's really matchup dependent. It's real small stuff that comes with the league or whatever. But if you're watching Michigan versus Ohio State, you may go, man, I want to see what that kid, that wide receiver from Michigan is going to do with this guy here. Oh, these guys really don't like each other. Or Purdue actually got a shot to beat Ohio State. You know, they really don't like that team. I like to see how different styles matches up. You know what I mean? Like if you look at Alabama games, Auburn's gonna play Alabama different than Ole Miss would. My son say Kentucky, they ain't play Kentucky. Arkansas will play Alabama different than Mississippi State. You know what I mean? And it's interesting for me because I can see the differences in how different teams play each other. So I don't have a college football team. I'm Cowboy all day, every day. No problem. But I'm 100%. 100% Cowboys fan. I don't have a college team. We got calls, though. We're going to jump into them. Cardinal fan, what's cracking lacking? Wait, time out. Wait, Cardinal fan, stop. I got to unmute you. Cardinal fan. Dun. Hello? Cardinal fan. Hello? We don't hear you, Cardinal fan. Let me check and see. Oh, because I gotta hit that button. Hang tight, y'all. Cardinal fan, hang tight, bro. Let me see. I gotta hit that button.
Welcome. This service is provided by freeconferencecall.com. There is one host in this conference. The recording has started.
Okay, cool. Cardinal fan and Adam Hall, call back. I got my phone set up now. My bad. Just setting the plate for y'all tonight. Just kind of setting the plate for y'all. What we doing tonight? And I see people fighting in my chat box. We can do some NFL draft talk because I have some NFL draft talk. We can talk about the draft Illuminati because I see the draft Illuminati doing their thing a little bit. You want to talk about NFL Week 11? We could do that. Q&As, whatever you want to talk about. Pizza or tacos, whatever you want. Or we can talk Cowboys versus Falcons. It's totally up to y'all. Now we gonna bring my phones back. Da. Bam. Now, Cardinal fan, what's cracking lacking, bro?
Yo, Voch, happy Friday to you and yours. How are you?
Man, Doski Woski, man. You already know everything's everything. Peace, whiskey, and ply. What's good, famo?
Not much. Just had a couple of questions for you. Wanted to throw some positive energy your way. Coming into Thanksgiving, I've just been trying to get a jump on being thankful for things, getting that frame of mind. And I'll tell you what, we're pretty lucky dudes,
For you say that, I totally agree. Yeah. Neil, I'm gonna hit you off the show because I'm gonna send you a shirt, fam. I'm gonna send you an I Watch Film shirt because you've given me a lot of positive energy through this past couple of months or whatever, really all year, really. And like next week, I'm gonna send you a shirt, fam, because you're real. But go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah. Voch, thank you. I appreciate that. I'll rock the shit out of that. If you got any little boy sizes too, let me know. I got a couple little dudes, 5 and 3. So
for shizzle,
bring the next generation up. You know what I'm saying?
For shizzle.
Hey, Voch, I had a question for you, and also just kind of want to get your thoughts on something. So we're talking about the draft, and the really interesting thing about the draft is not just who's getting picked, but like why they're getting picked in their certain spots, or why they dropped, or why they went up, or maybe they had one good day. I mean, it's so like wild west out there. But do you remember? I don't know if it was last year or the year before, where I think it was an O lineman who, like 5 minutes before the draft started, his agent or accountant or somebody got fired or let go, and the agent released that video of him smoking weed.
Laremy Tunsil.
Do you remember that incident?
Laremy Tunsil from Ole Miss, yeah.
I mean, what are your thoughts on weed, like, as far as in the NFL? It's kind of a trending topic, but I think it's something that's not discussed enough. As far as I know, 90% of them smoke weed, and as soon as the drug test goes down, they're, like, jumping up and down because they got blunts rolled in the car kind of thing. Like, you think it should be legal in the NFL or not, or what are your thoughts on that?
The National Football League is the only sports organization that punishes marijuana use. The only one. They smoke weed in hockey. They smoke weed. They smoke weed in basketball. They're just now letting it fly in the UFC. Now you can't fight high or whatever, but like they'll test you pre and post fight. You can't be high like pre-fight because you might like die or something, and you know what I'm saying, and that's like liability or whatever. Like if you whatever. But they'll let you smoke weed after the fight. Like it's whatever. And the league, I think the reason why it's so taboo in the league is because sponsors, like they care so much about their sponsors and their image. You know what I mean? So when you think about the people that give money to the NFL, it's a lot of conservative-minded corporations that put money into the league. That's why you because you don't want to make it look like, oh, the National Football League supports druggies. Air quote. I don't think this way, but people probably associate with, oh, people don't want the league to associate themselves with druggies. But if they just don't test and don't punish and don't worry about it, the headlines don't happen. Everybody in the NBA smokes weed, but they're not associated with weed because they don't punish guys for weed. Therefore, there are no stories about weed. Randy Gregory is only a bad guy because he plays football. He's only, air quote, an idiot because he plays football. If Randy Gregory played basketball and he had the ability to go get blazed, then go get blazed, Randy Gregory. You would only be considered a basketball player. But because you smoke weed and you have bipolar disorder and you use that to kind of counteract that and you went through the program, the fact that there's this, oh, we're the NFL, we're grandiose, we have this program to make sure that there's no drugs in our players, that makes the league look bad when they get caught smoking. Le'Veon may be in a bit of a situation now when it comes down to when he gets to his new destination contract negotiation. Well, Le'Veon, you've been suspended a couple times for substance abuse or whatever. And the league put its own black eye on that. You know what I mean? So I think it's stupid. Like, let them smoke, man. Who cares? Like, weed ain't even a drug. It's a superfood. It's a plant that makes shit happen. Spinach is a plant that makes shit happen. It just enlightens you in a different way. Who cares, fam? Who cares? Let them smoke.
I mean, it's got to go down eventually, right?
It's got to.
Let them say, go for it.
It's got to, because it's about to be legal nationwide. Like, there's a lot of money in the cannabis industry, and it's not federally legal yet, but there are some states that kind of let it fly or whatever. But I think once it's federally legal, what else can you say? You know what I mean? At some point, weed is going to be in the same box as alcohol, right? So at that point, you as an employer, you gotta make that decision. Okay, cool. You can't come to work drunk, but alcohol is legal. You know what I mean? So we're not testing you for alcohol. Just don't come to work sloppy, or don't come to work blazed. You can smoke what you want, but just don't let it affect your performance. You know what I mean? I think that's going to be the box that it comes down to.
I agree. You made some good points. I never thought about the superfood thing, but you hit on something, it's going to come down to money eventually, right?
Absolutely.
And I think the easiest way or the quickest path, in discussing with a lawyer friend of mine, we think the quickest way or the quickest path is going to be once they understand the preventative medicinal uses of it, because they just signed that big deal for healthcare. It was like, I don't know, billions of dollars. Remember Junior Seau, he donated part of his brain, so they could study it and stuff like that. When they understand the medical benefits and they could prevent a lot of the issues down the road, and they say, oh shit, maybe we'll save $2 billion, because it helps with pain or whatever it is, This is where once they go ahead.
This is kind of where I kind of disagree almost, because it's plenty proven scientific studies of pain relaxing, or if you have Tourette's or something, or if you have I've seen cancer.
But the dialogue is current. That's the difference. Yeah, the studies are there, but
I think it is
a black eye associated with it. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, you good. What I think it is, I think the people in charge are old people. You know what I mean? 60, 70-year-old people. And when 60, 70-year-old people, when weed was air quote bad, they were taught that weed is air quote bad. It's gonna take somebody like Voch or Cardinal fan to turn 50 years old in the year 2030. We're gonna be talking to kids, and we're gonna look back and be like, man, can you believe our grandparents thought this shit was terrible? Can you believe our grandparents thought this shit? Man, pass the law and quit playing and let the kids. That's what's gonna have to be, because people don't want to be wrong. People don't want to be proven wrong. So if you a 70-year-old man, you don't want to hear from a 30-year-old about how not right you are when you 70 and you've been right your whole life. No, fam. We're going to have to get those people out the paint, and then you're going to have to progress in a more progressive way.
Straight up. Mm-hmm. Top issues like this kind of remind us of how cruel the NFL is, in a sense that it takes it right back to the business. Mm-hmm. We know the benefits of marijuana.
Yes.
But they're not considering it from the benefit of the players. It's about the bottom line.
Sure.
And so it's very sobering to think about that and know, okay, well, back at the end of the day, my responsibility is to my shareholders and to make them money, at the expense, unfortunately, of these athletes in their prime. It's really interesting to think about. So, anyways, I appreciate that. Yeah, there's not enough dialogue on it. I don't know if it's still not cool to talk about it or what, but.
Well, that's kind of the benefits of having a show. You can kind of say what the hell you want to say and talk about whatever. Like I don't have a boss telling me, yo, Voch, don't tell the people how safe weed is. Nah, weed's pretty safe. Like, people die from drunk driving, but when people high, they drive more careful. You know what I mean? I've never heard of nobody dying from a marijuana overdose or kidney failure from weed. You know what I mean? And alcohol is perfectly legal. I don't see why weed can't be at some point. Especially with my National Football League players, man. Especially when it can reduce joint damage, when it can, like the whole pain relief, things like that. Even concussion symptoms. The shit help with concussion symptoms. So if we so heavy on this damn CTE thing or anti-CTE thing, let them fly. Let them fly.
Right on. Voch, I wanted to share something with you.
What's up, brother?
I was in California for the past 3 days doing some work around the San Francisco area. I was out there checking out the water. Yeah. And I saw, it was probably, I don't know, just before dark, not dark. And in the cloud, I kid you not, in the clouds was a Cowboy star.
Oh!
And it reminded me of the vision that we talked about where the Cowboys win it all this year, and that it didn't matter what the situation looked like. For some reason, we knew because we saw them lift that trophy up, right? Whether you like it or not, that it's going to go down. So I just wanted to let you know that the vision is still there. Cowboy stars in the sky. I'm not even a Cowboys fan, and just wanted to share that with you.
Man, we gonna beat the shit out of the Falcons, dog. It starts Sunday. It starts Sunday, man. We gonna beat the shit out of the Falcons. We gonna get back to 5-5. We gonna go on a streak, and we gonna play the damn Saints. Well, the Cowboys are not going to beat the Saints, and we gonna beat the shit out of the Saints, dog. What's wrong with y'all, man?
Hey, Voch, why's your boy Tony Romo been in and out the Cowboys facility so much recently? What's going on with that?
I don't know. I mean, maybe the game's gonna be on CBS or something. I don't know. Who knows? He better not be working out.
You don't think there's any?
he better not be throwing passes.
What's that machine where you put your ankles in and then you get upside down, stretch out the back?
Yeah, the goddamn forgot the name of that mode, but he better not be in some damn Cairo tank.
You got the bands out.
He better not pull them.
Got the VR glasses on.
Man, look, Tony Romo make a lot of money to not get hit right now. You know what I mean? I don't think Tony's gonna come back and fight for his life like that. He should.
Cool. Voch, last thing, and I'm out of here. I just wanted to say to the people listening, well, we're really quick, Voch. So I went back, I clicked on one of your old videos, and man, you're slimming down.
Hey, man, vegan
I don't
Voch,
know what
man.
you're doing over there, but if you even go back like a month or something, I mean, I'm not disrespecting you, but there's like a little cheeseburger face thing going on.
Go ahead, man.
But now, I mean, you can tell there's a difference.
Hey man,
Keep
vegan
up whatever
Voch.
you're doing, man.
Man, my shirt, my shirt's kind of trying to fit a little heavier now. Fit a little looser now. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. If I could be grandiose Voch for a minute, man, it ain't easy. It ain't easy. Cause look, this the problem, Neil. It's the problem is if, you got to get up and you got to drink this punk ass shake that's healthy. The shake's cool, but I would rather like a bacon sandwich. You know what I mean? Like I would rather that. You got to get up and work out and run and lift weights and you get tired and you come home and you got to do the shit all over again tomorrow. You know what I mean? This the bad part. This the bad part about trying to do right is that if your body's your worst enemy. So when your body feels you trying to do right, your body makes you do shit like think about Wild Wings when the game come on. It just puts your body in associative type of mindset. Yo, Voch, it's Tuesday. Go get the Tuesday special at Popeyes, Voch. It wants me to do that, so I gotta fight through the shit. I gotta put money in my savings account so I can fake like I'm broke and shit, so I won't go get fast food. It's a struggle, man, but I'm trying to get right.
Well, they say, Voch, the desire to eat or that hunger is only second to getting it in. That's how strong that mechanism is in our bodies. So, I mean, I hear you, bro. No, I hear you, but you're doing it. We can see it. You pop back like a month or so.
Hey, man.
But I wanted to share before I get out of here a couple of ways for the people listening that, just a couple of ideas to support the show. So obviously there's money. People got money. People don't got money.
Sure.
If you can do it, great. Patreon's awesome. $1, $2.
Sure.
PayPal's nice.
Easy.
You can see the videos Voch is putting up. He's gotten better equipment. Wow. I mean, it's you can see where the money's going, and more than that, it's just about karma. If you don't have money, there's still ways to help this guy out. Number one, you can hit the subscribe button. Pretty simple, free. Takes we could do it right now. Hit the subscribe button. There's a little ding, and then you want to make sure you hit that like button as well.
Yeah.
In the YouTube game, like you were talking about earlier, those likes go a long way because it puts you to the top when you're trying to do a search or something like that.
Tell you what, man. Proof of that. My Amari Cooper video got like 3,000 likes on it, and I got like 40,000 views in 3 days. That's about to be one of my highest rated videos or whatever. So likes matter. Likes definitely matter. And if you don't want to drop a dollar to Patreon, just drop a like. Drop a like and just let the shit do its thing on the algorithm. I appreciate you.
And also for the people listening, if you can't do the like or the subscribe or the bell, just share it. A simple share right now when it starts. Tell a friend. Can go a long way.
Yeah.
But other than that, there are other ways to get creative if you can find a way to help a show out, especially like Voch's. Voch, you were saying like people, even if they can get past that cowboy hater thing, they can learn something about the sport, right? You can learn about Amari Cooper's routes.
Absolutely.
And that's why I listen to you. I'm not a fan of, only the Arizona Cardinals. I'm in love with the sport. Wow. I'm in love with the nuances and the details of it. Wow. And I think that's the kind of audience you draw. Like the comments, the people listening, they sound more educated or more passionate about, think about it. They're listening to a podcast about football on Friday afternoon. That's passion. Those are the people that you want to associate yourself with, and that's the energy you put out. Light gathers light, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so that's why I'm here. I'm here to learn about those nuances from a perspective of someone that knows what they're talking about. Game, recognized game, Quality content will get to the top. So share it, like it, subscribe. But get creative. Like, I hope it's okay to share this, Voch, but I wanted to let the listeners, your fans, know. Like, I had an extra ticket to the Seahawks-Cardinals game, and it just didn't work out. But I invited Voch because I want to help in any way I can this man pursue his dreams and to be in an environment, even though it's neither of his favorite teams, just to be around there in the ambiance with the people, feeling that can only make your experience and your knowledge grow. So if you can't do it monetarily, hey, maybe you got some free tickets to a Cowboys game you can't use. hook my boy Voch up, you know? This is what he's pursuing. This is his dream, and he's obviously good at it, and it's his talent. So I just wanted to share that, say thank you, Voch, for what you do. We definitely appreciate it, and I'll listen on the YouTube channel, but stay up. Still waiting for that hip-hop verse, but, you know, whatever. You got a lot on your plate right now.
You know what?
Keep me in the loop, man. Keep me in the loop.
I actually got a little time now, so yeah, I probably write that verse, you know, finish that verse song. I got a lot of it done. But I probably finish that verse song. I got you, Neil. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Take care.
Boy, Cardinal fan call in and speak nothing but facts. I remember one time Cardinal fan asked me, he say, Voch, is Nene Russell like your YouTube girlfriend or something? And I was like, sometimes. So when I look in the chat box, she don't need to be talking to Pat at all. Nene don't need to be talking to Pat at all. What's up, Pat? Doski Woski, Peasky Whiskey's implied. All right, let me take this shit off. All right, cool. Let's see. Let's run these calls for a minute. Y'all can. I actually Anime Dog fan. He did do it. You're right. I was gonna get right to it. Anime Dog fan says I would understand not wanting them to be high during the game, but afterwards it helps with pain too. It's stupid that even players on injured reserve can't smoke. Yeah, this shit pretty trash, man. But what the league don't understand is that if they don't penalize these people, it does become a story. So, Primetime says, "No, Nene is mine." This is how I know Nene is not yours. You spell N-E, N-E. Nene is N-I with your silly ass. Y'all ain't even in the game like that. Y'all ain't even in the game like that. What's wrong with y'all, man? What y'all prime meal? Adam Hall, what's wrong with him, dog?
No, just way too much, man. Way too much. All right,
What's up?
It's nice to be back on here. How's everything going, man?
Everything's everything. Doski Woski, the Peasky Weezy's implied. What's good?
Right on, man. That last guy's a homie. My goodness. What a positive vibe, man, that guy was.
Cardinal
Well,
fan's
I hope
amazing.
he's having a good day.
Cardinal fan is amazing. Absolutely.
Right on. Okay, cool. So just a couple things, man. Don't really have too much tonight, but I was hoping you might be able to put together some kind of indie offensive line video for us. I mean, we got a bunch of great stuff from you last offseason about Quenton Nelson, and this guy's just, I mean, he's, the only offensive guard to ever win Offensive Rookie of the Month? Like, that's really something amazing. Braden Smith's also on there, right? Like, if you could put something together for us, I'd watch that over and over again, because your offensive line videos are just straight fire. And I feel like I walk away with something immensely new every time I see that. So are there any plans to do a Quenton Nelson video on the horizon?
There actually is a Quenton Nelson video that exists already. I tell you what, man, the funny thing about it is Quenton Nelson is so entertaining that you just kind of want to watch him every week, and people want film sessions on him every week, but I can't make a new Quenton Nelson video every week, but he's definitely fun to watch, man. He's very interesting. Now, I don't think there are going to be any Quenton Nelsons in this draft. We'll see.
Yep, sorry about that.
No, you good. I'll probably put together, just a position preview video soon in the next couple weeks or so, and I'll just kind of touch on offensive linemen in this draft or whatever. But ain't no Quenton Nelsons, dog. Ain't none of them.
No, I haven't seen anything near that caliber around. But another thing I wanted to chat with you about is that I've been hearing from various sources that this 2019 draft class, the best wide receiver draft class since 2014. And so we have a lot of people like Harry, like Metcalf. We have Connor Johnson out of Texas. We have that Hollywood Brown guy. And I'm just wondering, what are your thoughts on those guys? And then I have a feeling that Connor Johnson's largely being overlooked. I mean, this guy's a height, speed guy. Do you watch a lot of Texas Longhorns football? And if so, do you have do you have an appreciation of this guy? Do you have any thoughts on him? I'd love to hear your take on Connor Johnson.
Give me to the end of the year to really have a full assessment on him. But I have seen all the receivers in passing. Not even all of them. I've seen about a good 6 of them in passing. And I mean, look, to be fair, best receiver class since 2014 is not hard to beat that mark, honestly. So I don't want people to get caught up in, and you know what? That's one of those draft Illuminati terms, because I've kind of heard that before. It's not that hard to be better than the 15, 16, 17 class, or whatever. But we'll see, man, because what I saw from these guys is I saw a lot of complimentary dudes. Again, kind of like last year, like there wasn't really any clear number ones to me, but there were a gang of complimentary high level number two guys. I think that's kind of the same feel I get from this class.
Sorry about that.
No, you good. Go ahead.
Oh no, that was the lady announcer person on the bus.
Oh yeah. But yeah, that's basically my point though. Bye, Bree. That's basically what I was. My whole thing though. Like, it's a gang of number two guys here. It's a gang of complimentary cats. Not really any top tier threats here. Even AJ Brown, even guys like Harry or whatever. They're cool. They're solid, but I don't think they're gonna. Best class since da. But like I say, we'll see.
Nope. Did I lose you?
No. Go ahead. It's your turn to talk.
Right, cool. Yeah. So in your opinion, what was the last marquee number one wide receiver that is automatically the guy that has come out? Like Corey Davis, or who just really jumped off the tape for you last time you saw one of those guys?
Since I've been watching film, I really like nuanced route runners, and Michael Thomas was kind of one of those guys for me, and that was my first year. People were talking about Rich Homie Quan. I liked Rich Homie Quan, but I felt like you had to use him correctly. I think nuanced route running overcomes all that. I feel like no matter where you go, route running can save you. And I felt like Michael Thomas was, one of those guys. Juju Smith, Jiu-Jitsu Smith, if you go back and watch that video, I thought pretty highly of him. I thought that him falling to the middle of the second round was kind of whack. You know what I mean? But it just nuanced route runners, man. So when I watch film on wide receivers this year, that's what I'm going to be looking for. Can you separate with just your route running? Then I want to look at your attributes, speed, hands, and all that type of stuff. But I love route runners.
Sweet. All right, well, thanks, man. I mean, that's just kind of wanted to call in about. I haven't called in a little while, but thought I'd get in touch and see how everything's going. I'm going to keep on watching this college tape over the course of the next month or so, and hopefully we'll get some interesting guys. I mean, my 49ers are pretty trash right now, so we're in that Bosa race. So hopefully we get our hands on Mr. No Bosa. So
have you watched question? Have you watched film on Quenton Williams?
No, I haven't yet. I've been just bogged down with this crazy amount of work, but I did see that you posted something that said that he's the best player in the draft overall. Are you still sticking by that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh man! All right, I got to watch this video then.
It's a long season, though. It's a long season, and I think I deserve the right to change my mind in February or something like that. But I think Quenton Williams is slightly a better player than Nick Bosa, slightly. But I think he's way better than Ed Oliver, though. I stand by that.
Yeah. Well, Ed Oliver is getting in all sorts of stuff playing.
Yeah, I see that. I just saw that, but hey, it is what it is. That's just emotion. That's just emotion.
Don't play.
Adam, your phone's breaking up a little bit. Sounds like it's about to drop, so I'm gonna mute you, and we'll just cross that road whenever we get back there. In case y'all didn't know, man, there is some news in Jake Hang Tight. There's the news of So first of all, NFL Illuminati, draft Illuminati in particular. It's kind of wild out here. But people think that so first of all, let me just pre-wrap this. Nick Bosa completely says, hey, I'm done with college football. I'm going to do draft stuff. So Nick Bosa's not around the team. Ed Oliver is saying, oh, coach, I'm hurt and I can't play. Owie. But we can't prove that he's really hurt. So there's speculation that Ed Oliver is faking injury so that he doesn't have to participate in team activities and mess around and get hurt to mess up his draft stock. So the motion is that the head coach is saying, well, shit, fam, if you're not playing, then, you know, I'm about to start treating you different. You know what I mean? I'm about to, you know, you not bigger than this team. And we get a lot of that, man, of these guys that just think they're better than the entire team. You know, I ain't saying that that's the case with Ed, because I don't know. I ain't there. But we do run into a lot of scenarios of players that think they bigger than the team because of their draft stock or whatever. And shit, head coach saw Eddie Oliver with the daggum jacket on, and he say, "Nah, fam, don't even disrespect me like that, dog. Nah, dog, go ahead, take that off, homeboy." No, he said it just like that. He said, "Nah, fam, go ahead, take that off, homeboy." And Ed Oliver kind of got all in his face and made this big scene, and cameras were around, da-da-da. Boom, 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 and you know, man, it's a rough situation, man, because I kind of understand both sides, man. If you the coach, yo, fam, you're not just gonna use my equipment and you don't want to play on this team. Just don't be around. Just be like Nick Bosa. If you ain't all in on the team, just don't be around. But then there's the Ed Oliver side that I understand, like, but bitch, it's cold outside. It's just cold outside, man. So look, I ain't mad at either one, man. I just had to report it. But y'all notice, this is what I don't want y'all to do. I don't want y'all to let the draft Illuminati talk y'all into thinking that Ed Oliver's gonna lose draft stock over him being cold and fussing over a jacket. Don't think that. He's still gonna be whatever he is. Jake from State Farm, what's crackin'-lackin'?
Oh, I was just going to ask you. I completely disagree with you on the Ed Oliver thing.
Well, I ain't really got a stance. On the Ed Oliver thing, so.
You don't think it makes him look mercenary as hell?
Because at the end of the day, I can take either sides about both guys being right and wrong. If you Ed Oliver and you going for the draft and you don't really want to be around the team and you ain't really trying to play, then go away. Go away.
I agree.
But on that same token, if you Ed Oliver, I mean, secure the bag, get your money. I feel you for not playing. But if you want to be around your guys, I mean, be around your guys. I mean, it's pros and cons on both sides. As a coach, I definitely feel like, hey, you not bigger than the team. And if the rule is we don't wear jackets on the sideline, then I don't care who you are, Ed Oliver, you can't wear jackets on the sideline. Yeah. But at the same time,
that's going back to some Tom Landry shit. You don't have a tie, you don't get on my bus.
Absolutely. At the same time, shit is cold outside. So I understand both sides. If I had to take a side, I would take the coach's side. But
just because you've been there before.
I've been there before, man. I've been a teammate of prima donna players, and it was kind of whatever. But man, when I had to coach prima donna players, that shit was trash. Jake from State Farm. But go ahead. But go ahead, bro. My bad. What you got for the show?
No, I know we're supposed to be draft talk.
That's whatever you want to talk about.
All right, so I got Dallas going 9-7 or 10-6 to finish out the season.
Okay.
Whether they make the playoffs or not, at this point, wishful thinking. If it happens, I'm happy. If it doesn't, well, shit happens. But we got a second-round pick. It'll be a mid-round pick. It'll be, in the low 20s, maybe in the high teens, best, if we're lucky. What do you think is the best possible pick per position? Not necessarily the best person we can pick, but the best position we could pick for in this coming draft.
It's a lot of defensive tackles in this class. And this, and drafting is going to have to kind of take a role in this way. A couple years ago, I think the 16 draft, whichever one of the drafts that had all the damn D tackles in it. The pundits were pretty much saying, yo, it's about to be a lot of defensive tackles in the first round. It's about 10 first-round talent defensive tackles, and they weren't lying. But what's going to end up happening is that a team is going to go, yo, I could go defensive tackle now, But it's so many defensive tackles that I'm sure I can get one later. Kind of like the Cowboys did with Cheeto and Taco, or whatever. Like, let's get Taco now.
I can get a pretty good one, but
Like,
not pay a premium price for it.
We could get Kevin King. We could get Kevin King right now. But let's get the defensive end, because those about to run out, and we'll just take a corner in the second round. I think that's going to happen with defensive tackles. And the Cowboys kind of need a defensive tackle. People kind of hate Tyrone Crawford. I don't think he's going anywhere. But Antoine Woods, depending on how you feel about him being there. Irving, people may not want Irving being there. You may not have faith about him. Some people tired of Malik Collins. Some people tired of Malik Collins laying down saying ouch. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a situation where we're going to look at 3-tech at some point, 3-tech/1-tech at some point. And it's about 12 of them. I'm not kidding you. It's about 12 to 15 defensive 12 or 15 defensive tackles that can go first round. But since it's so many of them, hey, Tasha, since it's so many of them, that there's going to be
you can
some
lay him out all the way to the third, maybe fourth.
Not that far. Maybe second. maybe second, high third if you're lucky. Maybe second, high third if you're lucky. Yes, sir.
All right.
Because peep this out though, Jake. This one made me think about it. Dexter Lawrence from Clemson. Preseason, he was considered to be one of those top guys. But we watch a little film on Jeffrey Simmons from Mississippi State, and we go, man, that's going to bump Dexter Lawrence one time. Then we think about Ed Oliver. Then we think about Rashawn Gary. We go, damn, that's going to bump Dexter Lawrence one time. Then we watch Raekwon Davis and Quentin Williams in Alabama. That's going to go, damn. That's just going to keep bumping Dexter Lawrence. So it's plenty guys.
Right. I'm not saying you're wrong, right? But
okay.
This is exactly what happens every time we get in a position-heavy draft. We make one guy, the Ed Oliver, the Quentin Williams. By the way, I would love to see Quentin Williams versus Quenton Nelson.
Wouldn't that be nice, though?
If that ever happens, I want to see the film from you. Because if you don't make one, damn knows I'm going to make one.
Wouldn't that be the best fight of the century? I would pay to see Quenton Nelson versus Quentin Williams. Just
hell yeah.
Go ahead, man. I'm listening. Go ahead. What was your point?
No. But it doesn't. This happen every time we get a position-heavy draft. All of a sudden they get blown out of proportion. This is the next Deacon Jones and the next Ed Too Tall, and it's just like what happened? The same thing that happens every draft. You gonna have 3, maybe 4 of them that, hey, these are pretty good. You're probably gonna have one surprise and about 2, maybe 3 guys that just do. Yeah, we can just accept that they were first-round draft picks,
sure, but
they weren't great. They were good.
And that's when
What's going to happen with these defensive tackles. So what should Dallas do? Because I'm looking at a safety, a tight end, maybe a wide receiver. Not really. Maybe. I don't even know. I don't even know where to go with this. I know safety, and I know we need a tight end. And after that, it's question marks. It's like best person available.
I feel you on that, but that comes down to the process and how much you trust your team to draft. I know it's a lot of anti-Cowboys people out here, but we've got to say, you can't possibly say that you don't trust the Cowboys drafting. The Cowboys draft pretty well. So when it comes to the draft board, we kind of got to say, man, look, if the Cowboys want this dude that's considered a first rounder, but he fell out the first round, that's not to say that the dude's bad, but maybe there was some type of draft strategy going on. But if the Cowboys get him, let's take him. As far as tight ends, I don't think there's going to be great second-round tight ends. I think there's late
second, early third. That's what I'm looking at for tight ends.
Possibly. There's like 2 big dogs, and everybody else is just kind of fourth-round guys. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't even. You got to go best player right there, man. I don't think the Cowboys really handicapped that bad. You just got to go for whatever's going to make the team better right now. And that could be a 3-tech. I mean, it could be a safety. I don't know. I mean, maybe we sign Earl Thomas. Maybe we're not looking at safety. We'll see.
Oh, come on. That ridiculous line still going around. We're going to get Earl Thomas with a busted-ass leg at 30 years old.
Well, see, here's the difference. at first it was trade for Earl Thomas. Now it's can we just flat out sign Earl Thomas? I'll flat out sign Earl Thomas, but I wasn't trying to give up big draft capital to get 30-year-old Earl Thomas.
Wait, hold on. What kind of money we talking about giving up for Earl Thomas?
Man, we got plenty of it.
At 30.
Yeah, we got plenty. Give him $13 million and see what happens.
No, but I'm honest, because what's Earl Thomas looking for?
By 13, I'll say
honest for this.
I'll say $13 million, and I think that's fair.
Sorry, man. He ain't better than 11.5, maybe 12, and I'm gonna give him 13, but he better earn it with interception.
Think about what $13 million means. Like $13 million to the league is nothing now, and that's what he's asking for. Like
$13 million is what we're going to be paying for Amari Cooper, which is the number one wide receiver.
And you know what?
Going to change around our season right now.
That's
so
nothing.
Be able to do the same.
That's nothing. Because watch this. If we give Amari Cooper 13. And he may ask for 15, who knows? But if we pay Amari Cooper 13, fine. Who cares? Pay him 13. Because in a couple years, somebody gonna want 21. And Amari Cooper's 13 next to that person's 21 is gonna be. Let me see how much Odell Beckham making. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second.
Yeah, I agree with you. Is it all right if I talk a little bit while you're
Go ahead.
Look up. All right. Odell Beckham, looking for big money, right? I want to say he makes like 21 or something ungodly like that. But let's go ahead and say conservative. Let's say 18, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's the best. Do you think that's a giant jump between Amari Cooper and Odell Beckham Jr.?
Yes.
I think no.
It's a pretty big.
No.
It's a pretty big jump. Look, like when I say big jump, I mean like. It's like a whole tier between Cooper and Beckham. They're not the same. They totally different. It's a whole tier. Like Odell Beckham Go ahead.
Okay. If we make this zero sum, right? If you say, oh, it's just the athleticism, I'll give you that it's a huge tier. But Amari Cooper, team guy, quiet. Doesn't make a whole lot of waves versus Odell Beckham.
Well, that's intangible.
Waves.
Well, that's intangible stuff. Like I was talking about just like football stuff. But I mean, yeah. So I mean, if you factor in everything, I mean, sure. I mean, I would take Amari Cooper for 13 opposed to. Man, I like to have Odell. Man, let me just stop before I say something crazy. Man, I would love to have Odell. Don't get it twisted. But yeah. Those things matter.
If he didn't have all that other baggage. Dragging balls behind him.
Man, Odell. So Odell's about to make
he might be the first gay dude drag queen in NFL football.
Come on, man. He
just look at me.
Let's not do Odell like that, man. Come on now. Come on.
He's less gay. They're fucking Sam Michaels. What was his name? Sam something.
Michael Sam.
Yeah, that. He's the dude on TV. Odell Beckham still like slightly more fucking open chested than him.
So over his contract is going to be roughly like 19 million average or whatever. Average is going to be about 19 million.
By about $1 million and some change.
Right, but and you know that's plenty. But if you get Odell now. Like the next big receiver, when it's time for them to get their money, like they gonna want 26, and then you look back at Odell and be like, okay, that's cool. For example, D-Law, DeMarcus Lawrence, right? Cowboys fans was kind of pissed off that he asked for 17, but damn, when Aaron Donald go sign for 22, and the next dude gonna sign for 26. DeMarcus' 17 looks fine. So I don't mind paying people and just getting it out the way because over time it's going to, be a deal. It's going to become fine.
I don't mind paying. I don't mind paying, right? Mm-hmm. But how much have they actually done? Like if you give me DeMarcus Lawrence 16 for 5 or 17 for 6, I don't mind, right?
Sure.
But they've actually got to produce. Odell Beckham, what's he produced? A whole lot of drama, a couple of great highlight reels.
Odell Beckham is amazing. Odell Beckham is amazing. His current quarterback is trash, and his quarterback is a little worse because the offensive line is trash. But Odell Beckham is flat out amazing.
Oh, okay. Let's say Amari for the last 2 years.
Okay.
All right. Let's say you got him after the Pro Bowl season, right?
Sure.
The last time he won a Pro Bowl, right? He won 2 of them back to back.
Sure.
And he had amazing stats. And you go, oh man, I'll drop a first.
They were cool.
And Dallas would probably drop a first and a third to get Amari right after that season, right?
Sure.
Fast forward 2 seasons, take off that third round pick. Now we have a player that's worth the price. The money isn't there. The money isn't there for Odell because he's not producing. If you're supposed to be the next Michael Irving, the next
Odell Beckham's not producing more so because of his environment, but Odell Beckham is amazing. He's top tier.
I'll give you a top tier. I won't take that away from him.
Top 5.
I won't take that away from the man
4.
because he is awesome.
Sure.
But the things he produces, it doesn't. To me, it's like if you have. All right, we'll go with the biggest prima donna I've ever thought of is T.O. Right? Whatever team you put him on, he succeeds. He makes money. He does well, even though he's crying, talking about that's my quarterback.
Sure.
And all that craziness. He still puts up lots of touchdowns and lots of yards.
Sure.
I don't get that from OBJ. I don't.
Well,
he just isn't quite there.
Well, because their offensive line is trash and their quarterback is trash. But
in San Francisco, it was so much better with Jeff Garcia and the mixed match they had back in, what was it, 03?
Jeff Garcia is a good player.
No disrespect, but Eli Manning, Jeff Garcia.
Jeff Garcia is a good player.
No. I'm saying they're comparable, at least for their time period.
40-year-old Eli Manning is worse than prime Jeff Garcia. I think Eli Manning is terrible right now. Eli Manning is terrible right now, and that offensive line is terrible right now. That's kind of the reason why Beckham is bad, and it's kind of hard to make that declaration. I just can't flat out say that Odell should be producing no matter how good he is. Julio Jones is amazing, and he just caught his first touchdown of however long it's been just last week. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but if they're putting up that kind of numbers, do you think 20 and some change is still there? I think it's like 18 and some change at that point, because I agree with you that some people are trying to get paid, right? Mm-hmm. But if you're going to get paid, it's the same reason we cut Dez. Dez is amazing. If you want a guy who makes new windows for you, it's like, hey, I didn't know we could get a window up there. Hey, Dez, come here. I need a window up there. Well, Dez going to make that window for you. But if he can't make that window as often as you would like him to, that $17 million a year price tag just isn't quite worth it.
Would you like Odell Beckham playing for the Cowboys?
Okay.
Would you like Odell? Would you hate it if Odell Beckham played for the Cowboys? Okay, go ahead.
Okay. If you give me Odell minus the prima donna attitude,
that's what I asked you. It all comes with it. Would you want Odell on the Cowboys?
No.
Boy, that prima donna ass gonna take us to the Super Bowl. Boy, you crazy as hell, Jake. I can't sit up there.
Wait. Hold on. He might take us to a Super Bowl over the next 10 years.
It's
hard. He might take us straight to hell.
It's hard to win them. Shit. The goddamn Saints Saints only won one.
He can take us to one.
The damn
After
Saints.
That, he'll ruin us.
The Packers only won one in a decade. The Saints only won one in a decade. It's hard to win them.
I'm not saying it's not.
Okay, guys.
When you have the opportunity to build an organization where you have a great offensive line, a good front seven, and at least one great DB, or at least all pro adjacent, right? He might be Pro Bowl. He might be All Pro, right? That's all the ingredients you might need to have a Super Bowl winning team. Throw in some crazy person who God knows what he's going to do on a day-to-day basis. God knows who he's going to chuck what at and who he's going to try to marry on the sideline.
Mary.
That can ruin you for half a decade, maybe 2.
All right, Jake, we got more callers, man. You know, I appreciate you.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to take up your time. Voch, as always, you're awesome. I'm going to stop taking up your time. You have a good one.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
I'm saying.
Yo, T-Dub, what he talking about, man?
What's good, Voch?
What he talking about, T-Dub? What he saying?
Man, I've been sitting up here quietly, and I had to call in. Man, I didn't even have nothing to say, man. I had nothing to say. I was just enjoying watching the show. I have nothing to say. And then you get, like, this homophobic cat call in right before us. So it went off on a tangent about Michael Sam being gay and somebody else being gay. And I was like, whoa, wrong show.
I would gladly let Odell Beckham play wide receiver for my team. Boy, you can bring the dancing and the damn glitter shoes and the hair. You can bring whatever you want, man. Catch them passes, man.
What I don't understand is his beef specifically with Odell, or is it just with divas in general? Because if you look at the great list of receivers, ain't nothing but divas. The only one that really stands out in my mind that wasn't a diva and showed out was Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
Everybody besides that just acted crazy. Think about Chad Ochocinco.
Sure.
Think about Michael Irving. Think about, even though he played cornerback, Deion Sanders when he was in the game. Yeah. I mean, you got nothing but a list full of winners that acted like fools and had no problems with their owners as long as they kept winning. They could be as stupid as they wanted to be. Even drug addicts. How many times people got caught up in that so-called, 1990s White House in Dallas?
Yeah.
Hey, man, just don't do that no more. Slap on the wrist. All right, now, you starting this week. Get ready. So, again, I don't care if he's kicking nets. I don't care if he's talking to himself. I don't care if he paint his hair blue. If we actually had the chance to get that idiot from New York down here, trust me, you do it. You do it. It's a no-brainer. You do it.
Because I tell you what, he don't act like that till they start losing. So.
And there you go. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. As long as you win, you good to go.
Man, I just had to call. He drove me to call in, man. I didn't understand his argument. And maybe it's just because it's Odell. And again, I'm not an Odell fan at all. He gets annoying to me.
Yeah.
But if he was on the team,
that boy could play though, can't he? That boy can play, can't he?
There you go.
That boy can play, can't
he? Dude, I still hate looking at it because every time we play the Giants, they always show that catch.
Yeah.
And I remember I was watching the game when he made that stupid catch, and I just looked at him. I was like, "You gotta be kidding me!" We should just. I can't even remember if it happened first half or second half, but we should have just went straight to halftime after that. Hold on, timeout. We going to halftime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We got to regroup.
Yeah. Oh snap! Jake back. Wait a minute. Timeout. Jake just called back in. Jake, you say T-Dub got you messed up. What you say?
No. He acts like I have some sort of problem that they're homosexual. But Michael Sam, if he had 8 sacks on the season, if he had 4 sacks on the season, I would want his ass right next to Tyrone Crawford.
4 sacks, that's it?
Whichever position, because he can play 3 and he can play the wide 9.
4 sacks, that's it? That's all?
That just irritates me. You're going to say, oh, because... Because you think that he's a homosexual, that I have some sort of problem because he's a homosexual? No, I have a problem because most of the homosexual friends that I have are divas, and they care more about whether they're going to have a good time, and who's going to pay attention to them rather than, hey, all my friends are here. I invited 20 people here, and I'm going to ruin their time because I want to be in the spotlight.
No,
How
Jake.
about a team player?
Okay,
No, Jake. We're not attacking you, Jake. We're not attacking you. It was just kind of strange.
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
That was the argument that
that
gentleman that called in after me said. And that irritates the hell out of me.
I couldn't remember if it was the call that was speaking about Odell or the call before that. I couldn't keep it in mind. But the person
if that's the case, then I don't feel angry about it. You might have some issues, but.
Right. The person who I was referring to, I don't know if it's you or maybe the guy before you, or maybe you're the guy before and I'm thinking of the guy after. Either way, it first started out with, somebody was talking about Odell, and then it went into Odell's sexuality, and then Odell's sexuality got mixed in with
Michael Sam
play, right? And then it went from Michael Sam. In fact, Voch had to correct because the person said Sam Michael first or something like that. And then Voch said Michael Sam.
That was me, all right?
Right,
and
okay.
I was just throwing that out there to be a smart ass because
I get that. I get that. I wasn't
to a goddamn kicking post.
I get the sports aspect of it, but what I was saying from a personal level, it just caught me off guard because I wasn't expecting to hear anything like that. I mean, I've never heard anything like that on Voch's show. That's why it kind of threw me off guard. But being the person I am, I call it out. And
you don't call it out.
If I hear something,
I thought this was a sports show, not
exactly. Well, I agree. I absolutely agree.
Let's call out old girl that just got fired for blackface if we're gonna do politics.
All right, that's enough. All right, cool. All right, Jay, appreciate it. All right, that's enough. That's enough. We good. We good. All right, we straight. Don't worry about it. We good. Out up. That's enough. That's enough. 808. Okay, 808 left us. Okay, cool. 808 left us. Yeah, man, we're going to go ahead and stop that before it get too wild here. Miss April dropped a dub in the Google pack. Hey, Miss April. She says, Doski in all caps. Woski with the big W. Just a little gas money. Keep grinding. Appreciate it, Miss April. Yo, wow, boy. Hey, 515-739-1285, access code 309-104. If you want to call in and talk football if y'all want to. He says Michael Sam. What's his name? What he said his name? Tina. Ooh, boy. Let me check my super chats out. Oh, crazy as hell. Anime Dog Fan again with another 5. Thank you, sir. I understand not wanting him to be, Does he forget that Dallas hasn't won a Super Bowl in 20 years? Thank you, Anime Dog Fan, for reminding me. Does he forget Dallas hasn't won a Super Bowl in 20 years? What does he mean you're only getting one Super Bowl with Odell? That boy is stupid. Hey, man, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. Odell definitely has a place in this community. I know we said all this I hate Odell Beckham stuff, but damn it, you let Odell Beckham say I think I want to go play Dallas. We gonna bring Dallas. We gonna bring him to Dallas. You like barbecue, Odell? Trade your Timbs in for cowboy boots. Damn it, bring it on home now. Shit, what you mean? Anyway, what's my time looking like? What, an hour 9 minutes? Let me get one more draft point in. I'll take some calls if y'all call in. Then I'm going to get one more draft point out the way. Let me get 406 first. Falls, what time out? Hey, Voch, what do you think about Nazir? Got you. Hang tight. 406, what's happening? Who this?
It's Corey Powell.
Yeah, what's happening, man? What you got for the show?
Hey, man, I'm just wondering, what is going on with all this talk about Odell and coming to the Cowboys? Because it ain't going to happen. I love it, but it ain't gonna happen.
Listen,
we got Amari Cooper. We need to focus on him.
My show is my show is a place where you can come and you can have a football opinion no matter what that football opinion is. So if you want Voch to entertain your notion of Odell Beckham playing for the Cowboys, hey, I'll play along with you. I will feed into your psychosis. I'll do it.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love it. I would love to see that. Every Cowboys fan should love to see that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel you. But what you got for the show, bro?
I don't really know. I've never. Here, hold on. Here, I got the expert over here.
Okay, cool. He said I'm gonna call, but I don't know what I'm gonna say to you. We gonna get on the phone and we gonna cross that road. What's happening, man? What's up? What you got?
Hey man, what do you think's gonna happen in the Atlanta game?
Man, I think we're gonna beat the shit out of Atlanta. Honestly,
I feel you on that.
You know, if you look at Atlanta, they're better on offense than they are defense. You know, like and this the part where that kind of gives me a little hope is they have the potential to sputter on offense because we've seen them do it. But I think they're going to be bad on defense regardless. The problem is that they're playing at home and they're mostly good at home. So we got to really play defense, but that's our strength, playing defense. Our biggest issue is can we move the ball? And Atlanta's defense ain't very good right now. So it's us moving the ball. That's going to be Go ahead.
I think we're gonna be able to hold up this time on the O line and not get 8 sacks on Dak this time.
Adrian Claiborne doesn't play for him no more, and Chaz Green has been banished to the shadow realm, so we ain't got to worry about that no more. So we good to go.
Right.
We good to go. I appreciate it. Thanks for the call, man. Yeah, no doubt. Salute. Salute. Boy. Anyway, Nene asked me about Nazir Adderley. Nene, what you know about Nazir Adderley? Because I've only seen his name in passing. He plays for Delaware State, Delaware A&T. I don't know. I haven't done my full blown research, but you done some research on Nazir Adderley that I don't know about. Nene, what you? You don't just hear people just name dropping Nazir Adderley like that. You been watching film? That's your cousin? That's your boyfriend? What you know about? That's your boyfriend. What you know about Nazir Adderley? Let me check my comments out. Cross that road later. If Lael keeps up his end of the bargain, we will win most games. Thank you, cool ass Jake. I said cool ass Jake. Jake from State Farm, you're absolutely right. This is a good time to pay penance for making problems on your program. No, Jake, there are no problems on my program. This is not ESPN. We can do what we want over here. As long as we're not disrespecting anybody directly. I think we can call Odell kind of flamboyant without disrespecting people. So you good. You good, Jake. It was a little confusing, but it wasn't crazy. Yeah, if you've been watching film with me, you know, Lael Collins bears a lot of the blame in a lot of these situations, man. So you absolutely right there. You ain't lying. Even if Claiborne is playing for the Falcons, I doubt he can get all those sacks against Tyron Smith, not against Tyron Smith. I think he's dope, and you know his cousin used to be a Cowboy, so yeah, I've been doing research on him. Wink. I don't like winks, Tasha. Not Tasha. Nene. Winks kind of make me nervous a little bit. Yeah, Jake, you can call in. Yeah, do what you show. My name just on it. Yeah, Voch, have you publicly said that you don't like Dak as our quarterback because I know you rather have a different one? I don't mind Dak Prescott. I think we can win with Dak Prescott. I mean, my whole thing is I love Tua Tagovailoa. I love Michael Gallup, but damn, I love AJ Green too. You see what I mean? Just because I like AJ Green, I mean I hate Michael Gallup. So it's just when we talk about quarterbacks, it's a very singular thing. You know, you're not allowed to love multiple quarterbacks, especially if you have one, you know, a solid one playing for you already. But as far as Dak, I'm cool with Dak. I find myself defending Dak a lot. But Man, you know what I'm saying? Like, Tua Tagovailoa is amazing. You know what I mean? No play. Damn, Nene, I was hoping you ain't catch that shit. I'm sorry, Nene. I'm sorry, my bad, Nene. I got a lot of stuff going through my mind, Nene. I'm sorry I'm running the show, and I'm trying to have a conversation with you while I'm doing the show. Nene, you must understand my plight and accept me for it. What's happening, Jake?
Oh, I'm just going to apologize for making a terrible mess of, politically speaking, of your program. I really love your program.
You'll never make a mess of my
program. Do anything to make it bad.
You will never make a mess of my program. We thrive off strange shit here. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine watching First Take and Max Kellerman get up and put a Michigan hat on, and then he stopped the show and get up and put an Ohio State hat on, then he stop the show and get up and put a we thrive. He does that. We thrive. We thrive on chaos in a kind of sort of way here. So we can kind of get away with a lot of things here because I'm the boss here. I run things here, so it's all good. You ain't messing nothing up.
Well, all right, boss man. I got a question for you.
What's
We're
up,
talking
man?
about these 3 techs and 1 techs that are going to be jumping in via the draft.
3 techs.
A lot of them.
3 techs.
A lot of them are going to be available for us, right? Because we're in the second round.
Okay.
Would you go ahead and throw a mil 5? Let's say 2.5 at Irving, Dino, and then take a second round draft pick, 3 tech. Let's say Ed Oliver type, because we know we're not going to get Ed Oliver. Right, but we can get an Ed Oliver type. Is that worth a jump at you, or is that like a little too far out?
First of all, Nene needs to.
That's the biggest thing to me is how's this defensive tackle 3-1 situation going to go over the next couple of years?
First of all.
I don't know where that's gonna go.
First of all, Nene need to quit talking to prime time, whatever. Metal Gear Solid. Anyway, as far as our interior defensive line situation goes, I don't want to be the guy that says, "Oh, David Irving is a headache. Get rid of him." I think if David Irving costs you not a lot of money, and you can only have him for 8 games, but he's amazing for 8 games, just let him not cost a lot of money and have his ass for 8 games. Same with Sean Lee.
8 games, $5 million. He's like, yeah, do whatever you want. We'll see you next week, Dino.
Whatever, long as he's not damaging the infrastructure of the team. Sean Lee. Same thing. His hamstrings don't work. People want to cut Sean Lee. If Sean Lee only gives you 5 games, take Sean Lee for 5 games. Especially if those 5 games are week 17, playoffs. Then you would love to have Sean Lee for those 5 games. You know what I mean? So as far as David Irving goes, I'll take David Irving as long as he's not messing up the chemistry of my team and as long as he ain't costing me a gang of money. I don't care.
Well, okay. Let me ask you this. At what point, now, because I'm right there with you. I agree. But what dollar amount would you go, not a dollar more, Dave, Dino, whatever you call it yourself, at what amount do you say that's enough? We ain't picking up your nipple rings off the practice field.
Crazy.
All right.
Crazy.
What number is that for you?
Damn, dog, don't make me be a cap expert here, but I don't know.
I mean, a ballpark. Like we ain't gonna hold you down to a $1 or $20, but I mean, if you get it within $1 million, I wouldn't hold that against you.
Like $4 million, I think $4 million is fair. I mean, and then the Cowboys like to make contracts with incentives. I think that'll be the type of thing that David Irving would kind of have to do. We'll pay him a base $2 million or so, and for every game you play, you get additional $500 or something. So your max would be like, if you play 16 games, we pay you $8 million or $9 million. I think that's fair. I think if you get 16 games of elite David Irving, that's a top tier 3 tech in the league, and I think $8 million for a top tier 3 tech in the league is fine.
I think you're just a little bit more generous than me. I was gonna say like $7 million and $3 million guaranteed per year. And if you get anything over 4, we're gonna go ahead and throw you the other $4 million. Just have at it.
Yeah, man. David Irving gonna be playing in Kansas City or something after that. So.
What?
David Irving gonna leave us and go to Indy or something.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Anyways, I want to go ahead and apologize for my little outburst earlier. To anybody who out there who thinks that I'm homophobic, you're stupid, because why would it be like, hey, I don't care what this guy's sexuality is. I just want him to play well for the Cowboys. If I was that much crazy that like that last caller tried to say.
Oh, we good. Everything's everything.
I know.
Everything's everything. We good. Appreciate it though, Jake.
All right, I'll be calling in next week.
Yes, sir.
See you around, Voch.
Yes, sir.
See you.
Couple things, questions and concerns. People asking me, am I going to do the live stream for the game this wow. You better stop. You better stop, boy. People asking me, am I going to be live streaming for the game Sunday? I mean, maybe. I think Brian, that wasn't for you. Maybe I'll see. We'll think about it. The last live joint we did watching the Eagles game, it was pretty successful. So I think doing it again for the Falcons game. I mean, we'll see. I'll ask the big homie Law Nation how he feels about it, because I don't like stepping on toes in that fashion. So I'll ask him how he feels about that. And we'll cross that road whenever we get there. Hey, we're doing a podcast after this. I mean, soon after this. Like, I'm going to shut this down. It's going to be a hip-hop Voch's Voice podcast. I'm going to talk about some of my favorite instrumentals. So if y'all want to hang around for that, don't go far. I'm going to shut down the live stream, and I'm going to reopen it. And I'm going to talk. Hey, Tasha, I'm going to talk about because Tasha left me because she like Dez Bryant. We're going to talk about the hey, April. We're going to talk about the our favorite hip hop instrumentals, beats and instrumentals. So I'm gonna wrap this show up. I'm going to run this one more time so y'all won't forget it. Entrepreneur Voch, Metal Gear Solid. We're gonna run this one more time. Hey man, I watch film. I watch film. Get you one. You know what I mean? Is Tasha and No and Noni none the same as Tasha and No? Harry, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. No, Tasha and Nene are not the same person. No, sir. They're different. They're two different people. But yeah, if y'all want to stick around for the Voch's Voice podcast, don't go far. Don't go far. I'm just gonna shut this stream down, rename it, whatever, set up all my other stuff, and we'll be good to go. Hey, y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski Peace Whiskey. If you want to hang around, be right back. If y'all ain't gonna be here till next time, see you next time. Salute. Peace.